everybody. We're just going to get started now. I think we have just about everybody back. First thing I want to mention, please turn your cell phones off if you don't mind, or put them on silent. And if you would like to enjoy a hard candy. Also, this class is going to be offered again in the fall. If any of those of you visiting today would like to sign up for it, on the back of your program at the bottom is the enrollment information. Classes start the last week of August. I've got the website link there if you'd like to sign up. And we have two classes, not only the impact of radio on our lives, but also self-awareness through improvisation. And they will meet at the Community Learning Center on Mission for the radio class, and then at the Carlsbad Senior Center for the improv class. And we'd love to have you. Feel free to drop in if you are not able to sign up regularly. The more the merrier. So, without further ado, welcome to the impact of radio on our lives, and Lisa will take it away, and Olive as well.
Radio drama was born in 1927 when networks began adopting short stories and even writing original scripts for broadcasting. During this golden age of radio, lasting up from the early 1920s all the way up until the late 1950s, when television became our dominant form of home entertainment. But during this golden age of radio, the airwaves were filled with a variety of radio formats and a variety of radio agendas, and people regularly tuned into their radio programs as magically these fictions were made to come to life. In fact, according to a 1947 survey, 82% of the American public were said to be radio listeners. So now, we, with great pleasure, introduce to you the impact of radio upon our lives. Thank you.
The BICKERSONS. Don Amici and Frances Langford, John and Blanche, were the battling BICKERSONS, a comedy with a one-joke premise, but an infinite number of clever variations. Band singer Frances Langford and radio actor Don Amici handled with brilliant timing author Phil Rapp's genuinely acerbic scripts. Many people didn't realize that there wasn't actually a show called The BICKERSONS. The contentious couple first appeared as a recurring skit on the Chase and Sanborn Hour in 1946 and moved over to Dream Time in 1951. A later series of comedy LP adaptations kept the characters alive well past radio drama's demise. An immense number of later subsequent situation comedy shows, from The Honeymooners to Married with Children, owe a great debt to John and Blanche's nightly battles. An immense number of later, sorry, I was repeating myself. We now present the BICKERSONS in an episode entitled John's Operation, circa 1946. The cast includes Ruth as the announcer, Florence as the nurse. The doctor will be played by Nee. Music will be played by Evelyn. And Don plays John. And Blanche will be played by Sandra.
Now here are Don Amici and Frances Langford as John and Blanche BICKERSON in John's Operation. After 7 years of cycloid insomnia, or slugger's disease, John BICKERSON had finally consented to allow Dr. Hershey to relieve his condition. In room 113 at the General Hospital, Mrs. BICKERSON watches anxiously as a surgical nurse ministers to poor John, who was suffering an attack the night before the operation. Listen.
It's like being married to a steam shovel, nurse.
Enjoy yourself, dear. Dr. Hershey's waiting for you in the corridor, Mrs. Bickerson.
Oh, hello, Doctor.
Is he resting? I gave him a sedative. That'll quiet him down.
Well, he isn't very quiet.
Oh, well, actually, I could have done the operation in my office. It's so trivial. He won't be in surgery over 15 minutes, and there's absolutely no danger whatsoever.
Will it hurt him?
Not the slightest. All we do is take a stitch in his palate and shorten his uvula.
I hate to bring this up now, Dr. Hershey, but how much will it cost?
The fee will be $50 with the anesthetic.
How much is it without the anesthetic?
Oh, I should say about $40.
Would there be any discomfort if he didn't have any anesthetic?
Not for me, there wouldn't, but I wouldn't advise the operation without it.
And you're sure he'll be cured when you're through?
Practically certain. Well, it's almost midnight now. I'll do his case first, about 7. He just needs a good night's rest.
Well, I'll just stay a little bit longer.
Good night. Call the floor nurse if you need anything.
Oh, I will. I hope that pill's quieted him down. John, wake up.
What's the matter, Blanche? What's the matter, huh? I put the cat out, I locked the windows, I left a note for the milkman, and I hung up
John, we're in the hospital.
What for? Is somebody sick?
No, you're going to have an operation. Dr. Hershey's going to shorten your uvula in the morning.
Well, then what did you wake me up now for?
Well, you were snoring, and I was afraid you'd wear it off before we got a chance to operate. You've been snoring steadily for 3 hours. Don't you suppose I want to sleep too?
You're not sleeping here, are you?
Yes, I am. It costs another $5 to put another cot in the room, and I intend to use it. Where's my nightcap?
I can't get one night's sleep even in a hospital.
I don't understand why you have to have an operation to cure your snoring.
I didn't want it. You've been working on me for 7 years to do it.
I'm beginning to think it was a waste of money. I could have used that $40. I'm still walking around in a short dress.
What are you beeping about? Tomorrow I'll be walking around with a short uvula.
Don't be so crabby.
I'm not crabby, I'm sleepy. Why don't you stop fiddling with that mirror and put out the lights?
I have to get undressed, don't I?
Well, take your dress off. Why are you plucking your eyebrows at this time of night?
I'm not plucking my eyebrows. I'm taking off my false eyelashes.
False eyelashes? I didn't know you had bald eyeballs.
My eyelids are not bald. It's just that my lashes are short and they don't bring out my eyes. Lots of women use false eyelashes.
Well, throw them away. You don't need to do anything to bring out your eyes.
Really?
Really? I'm satisfied with the way they bulge now.
Oh, what kind of a remark is that?
Oh, hurry up, Blanche. I'm groggy. Blanche, what on earth are you taking out of your hair?
It's a rat.
What?
A roll of false hair. I have to wear it for the new hairstyles. My own hair is a little too thin with a pompadour. Darn it. I can't get out of this dress.
Blanche, what are those things?
Don't be so silly. Haven't you ever seen shoulder pads before?
Oh, I've never heard of such a thing. Your eyelashes are on the dresser, your hair is in the drawer, your shoulders are on the chairs. That's you all over, Blanche. No one can think of more ways to spend money. Are you ready for bed now?
Yes, dear, I'm ready for bed. Shall I crank yours up a little?
No, put out the lights.
I want to glance at the newspaper first. You go to sleep.
I can't sleep with the lights on and I left my eye shades at home.
Well, I won't be but a minute.
No one would believe this. In 6 hours, they're going to carve me to pieces. I'm supposed to rest, and here I'm...
Shh, I can't concentrate with you mumbling.
Mumble, mumble, mumble.
There's certainly a lot of activity in Washington, and what's all this about tax reduction?
Blanche, I already read the paper, every word of it. Read it to yourself.